Welcome to What It Is, the show that explores the art of sneaker culture. I'm your host, Adam Butler, back with another episode. Thank you so kindly for being here. So, I just got back from sneakercon. Man, I had such a good time. It was so good to have sneakercon back in DC. I like to say welcome home. Listen, sneakercon didn't start in DC. All right, I don't even want to trick you guys into believing that, but it is really special when it comes to the city for me because there's so many sneakerheads, there's so many dope people, and so many influential people in Washington, D.C., in the surrounding Washington, D.C., DMV area that have a huge impact on sneakers and sneaker culture. And it's just a lesson. And a lot of people that come from out of town, shouts out to Seth Fowler and, a bunch of other people that came through from out of town and visited DC. You really get to see what we're about, man. It's all on display. Dennis Rodman was there, by the way, which is really cool. I didn't get an opportunity to speak to Dennis Rodman, but it was really cool seeing Dennis Rodman. It's just really cool seeing so many people in my city. I talked about on the last episode that fellowship, the fellowship, sneakers is a communal thing. Hip hop is a communal thing. You know what I mean? And so they meant to be worn outside. It's meant to go out and meet people and share common interests, So it was just really cool to have a big event like that in the city. I hope everybody stays safe. And again, I'm just very, very happy. And for my viewers, okay, my people that follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, follow the Up on Game Network on TikTok and Instagram. We're going to have some dope footage for you, man. I got my cameraman, my man Javante was there. We walking around, checking out some of the stuff. A lot of phone pauses, bro. I noticed a lot of phone posits in the building. That warmed my heart. I've been telling P, my man Paul Span, that I'm going to start buying phone posits again. I actually tried to cop a pair of mirror foams at SneakerCon, but the dude that was, that had them, one, he didn't even want me to touch them, which I thought was really, really interesting. He had them out. As soon as I went to pick them up, he's like, whoa, don't get any fingerprints on them. I'm like, wow, I haven't heard that one in a long time, right? Then I wondered, well, why you got them out on display and you got them out so people can grab them. But anyway, cool dude. I asked him, like, yo, how much what are you trying to do for these mirror foams? Mirror foams for a long time were on my grail list. I'm pretty sure I put them on my top pennies list. If I didn't, what was I thinking, right? But mirror foams were a big deal for me for a long time. And I'm going to be honest to my guy, okay, because I wasn't able to cop him because he was looking for a trade. He was trying to get some Paranormans, which is, hey, do your thing. That's what SneakerCon is for. But I do want to say to my guy, you probably could have got a lot of money out of me. If you'd just give me an opportunity, you didn't even really give me an opportunity to really, if you gave me an opportunity, you probably could have got some bread off of me because not only am I back in the market for phone posits, I was definitely going to spend some bread on some mirror foams, and I wouldn't have cared who thought anything about that. Mirror foams are my favorite. But, maybe next time, maybe you watch this show, maybe you'll hit me up. Maybe we could talk some business, you know what I mean? Either way, SneakerCon was super dope. I ran into my man Dame Chew at SneakerCon, a.k.a. Dope Closet Thrift, one of my favorite people. Shouts out to VA. He came down to DC to check out SneakerCon. The first time I actually met him in person. I've actually done business with him quite a few times, and he's been on this show. So what I'm going to do later on in this episode is I'm going to run that interview back, man, because I know a lot of my Up On Game listeners have not heard that interview, and Dame has a really, really cool story, man. He's one of the most interesting people in the space, I think, so I'm really interested to see what you all think about Dame, and hopefully you'll hit him up and do some business with him, man, because he's super legit, super solid, and a really, really cool dude. So we're going to talk to Dame in a few. Before that, though, I'm going to recap the conversation from last week that me and Paul Span had about sneaker sitting, because when we put the clips out, there was some confusion, okay? There was a lot of comments about it, a lot of opinions as to why the sneakers were sitting, and that's what I like, by the way. Let me just tell you all before we jump into this. I love when we continue the conversation on social, and I haven't even had an opportunity to really respond to all of the comments. There was so many comments, man. So many people watched that video. Thank you for that, by the way. Really, I really appreciate that. But I really, really like when we finish the conversation because, I'm just sharing my opinion on this show. I'm not the, the all knowing. I'm not the Swami, right? Like, it's just my opinion on why things are going the way they go in sneaker culture, right? I'm here to showcase dope folks, talk about the culture, and share my opinion on the culture. And you all are here to do the same, frankly. So a lot of people shared their opinion, but some people I disagree with. I don't think it's as simple as, oh, the quality is down, or oh, people just, the sneakers look stupid. I don't think that's it at all. I think it's a little deeper than that. Me and Paul talked about it a lot. But there's one comment that was not on my Instagram video, that really stuck out, that I'm really going to get into, and it kind of covers something I've been talking about for a while now on this show. So we're going to get into that, and then later on we're going to talk to Dane True. But before that, remember, subscribe to the Up On Game Network. Big shout outs to everyone that listens, subscribes to the YouTube, to the podcast network, man. We are rolling, man. Let me tell you, we are doing dope things on this network right here, man. So be sure to go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already, and spread the word about the network, right? Let people know about all the dope content we got going on over here, man. We truly appreciate it, and we truly appreciate you. All right, let's jump right into it. We're going to recap last week's conversation, and later on we're going to talk to Dame Chu. All right, so like I said, last week's episode I wouldn't classify it as controversial. I hate when people, it was controversial. It wasn't that, okay? It sparked some conversation. Many people had opinions, and it's funny that, like, sneaker culture, some people just really don't like it, and I get it. It's, from the outside looking, it's all about materialism and spending money. But some people are upset because how the direction that the game has gone over the past 2 or 3 years, where things are just unobtainable. They're super expensive, or had been super expensive. So what Paul and I were trying to do was showcase the fact that sneakers are sitting in stores. Not every sneaker, but sneakers are sitting, okay? And some people have a hard time with that. It's like old habits are hard to break, Some people are confused. Some people are frustrated. I think some people really have gotten into the resale game a little bit late and are realizing that, even though I will tell you, sneakercon just happened and folks were there and people were buying. So it's not quite that, okay? The money is low for some folks, all right? Recession is real. And I am saying, yeah, the recession is real, okay? Inflation is definitely real. But it's people just being a little more picky with their stuff, right? People just being more picky, and you're just going to have to adjust your prices. Anyway, talked about that a bunch of times on this show. You can listen to older episodes to really get my thoughts on that. But there's a comment I want to read. And for my YouTubers, I got my phone out, all right? Because I got to read this one. I got to make sure, and I should get my glasses. In fact, where are my glasses? I'm going to get my glasses for this one. Hold on. All right, here we go. Glasses on, okay? Phone out. I got to read this one. Shouts out to Jalissa Nicole, friend of the show, The Blueprint on Twitter. She's been on this show before. Super dope. The Blueprint on Twitter. Shouts out to her, man. She said something that really stood out to me that I think sort of embodies this entire conversation that we've been having for some time, all right? Glasses on, reading the comment. Sneaker folk, let's chat. Why are you upset when a shoe you want is called a brick? Talked about that term brick on the show before. Why are there weekly tweets about, but if this were a collab, would y'all want it? If I want a shoe, I'm happy as hell when nobody else wants them because it's easy access. What's the problem? Boom. Put my phone up, glasses off. Boom. To me, that's the problem. The tide has turned, and the normal consumer of sneakers has decided, you know what? I can't spend my money on everything. I talked about this a few episodes back, right? When I listed some of the wackest things in sneaker culture, and I talked about the problem with collabs and that there are too many collabs. That has been an issue because the sneakers look dope. Don't get me wrong. The sneakers look dope. But when everything is exclusive and everything is special, then it's no longer special. If everything's exclusive, then it's no longer exclusive. You can't tease people all of the time, right? Listen, shouts out to Kari. He posted a picture from sneakercon. I saw it too. There was this whole section of sneakercon. A big shouts out to sneakercon. But this whole section of sneakercon that was called unreleased or something like that. It was basically just a bunch of shoes. Early access. That's what it was called, right? Early access, not for sale. And it was a bunch of sneakers just sitting like in this little section with these sneakers that were, they're coming out soon. And they're just there. And we're at a sneaker convention, okay? I've been explaining to people, shouts out to my friends who've been asking about, like, what is sneakercon? Because sneakercon hasn't been in D.C. for a while, so a lot of people here, had no idea how sneakercon even works. They heard about it, but they didn't really know what it was, right? And I was really explaining that it's in the name. It's a sneaker convention. It's a bunch of people there selling and buying sneakers with some entertainment sprinkled in. Right. So Dennis Rodman was there signing autographs. You got a DJ there. Some people are doing games and stuff like that. But for the most part, you're there to cop or sell. And that's what it is. So there's this whole section of sneakers that are there that are coming out soon that no one can buy. And that bothered some people, right? Because there's still this idea. It's like we haven't really agreed on where sneaker culture is right now. There's still this idea that, like, exclusive access is where it's at. I have something you don't. Look at me. And I'm telling you, the consumer base has decided that that's not where we're at with this anymore. So yeah, sneakers come out and haters call them bricks. Haters call them bricks because they're available. Haters call them bricks because someone else can have something that they can have and they don't feel special anymore. And to me, that's incredibly wild, incredibly strange. You're that self-absorbed that you have to be the only one to have this shoe. When there's so much out there, there's so many options. But you want the more expensive one because you want to feel special. Anybody that's running around calling stuff bricks, hating on what people buy, judging people, that's a problem. That's a major problem. You shouldn't be concerned about whether a sneaker is a high seller or not, whether it's expensive, whether there's only a couple of thousand of them put in production. You shouldn't be concerned about that. Do you like it? Does it look good on you? Do you feel good when you wear it? Can you afford it? That's it. I don't care if somebody got a pair of Reebok pumps. I got a pair of Reebok pumps. I'm going to start wearing my Reebok pumps. I dare somebody to walk up to me and tell me my shoe was a brick or whatever. I dare them. It's not going to end up pretty because it's me. It's mine. I do what I want. Again, I've said this before, and some people had an issue with it. That's what fashion is all about. I even had somebody point out, well, you don't look no different than everybody else. Okay, I'm wearing what I feel comfortable in. So what? Individuality doesn't mean you have to look insane. Individuality means you feel comfortable in what you do. Period. So yeah, I agree with my good sis. Why are you concerned about if the sneaker was a collab? Why does that matter to you? If the sneaker weren't a collab, is what she was saying. Why would you wouldn't want it? So, and this is all coming from the Alma Manier airship that came out, and some people have got access to that sneaker and other people haven't. And this is what I mean by there's still this thing going on where we want sneaker culture to be all about exclusive access, and we only made it for this group of people, or we only made it for that group of people, or only this group of people get access to it early. Remember a couple of years ago, DJ Khaled had everything new. Shouts out to Khaled. Hey, Khaled, if you're listening, come on the show. But there was a time when Khaled had everything new. And I get why sponsors and people that are in charge of seeding product felt like that was a good thing because he's a superstar. But what it ended up doing is making the normal consumer, the people that actually buy the shoe, feel alienated, feel like they weren't part of it, feel like that there's a hierarchy in sneakers. I'm going to say that again. It made people feel like there was a hierarchy in sneakers, that there's class levels in sneakers. And we've kind of created that, and that's really goofy in my opinion. We've kind of created that by saying, hey, Quavo has this, Khaled has this person gets that person gets that. That's one side of it. Someone I know, I don't know him personally, but I definitely follow her on Twitter, and she's a dope person, got seeded some sneakers, and people started hating on her because they didn't get them. She got seeded some sneakers because she's been doing the work. She got seeded some sneakers because she's the right representative for Amamanya. Period. That's who they wanted to seed the sneakers to. Why you hating? Now they bricks. Now they, that's just, we got to cut this, man. We got to cut this out. This is supposed to be fun. I say it every week. It's supposed to be enjoyable. If you can't get your hands on a certain sneaker, do something else. And you certainly shouldn't be mad because the sneakers are available to everybody and they sitting in the store. Make your mind up. Either you want them to be available or you don't. Certain sneakers are sitting because we can't buy every single thing. Period. People are starting to make decisions and saying, hey, I have priority, so I can't buy that one right now. And for the people that are in the market and can buy the sneakers, you should just be happy. I'm happy. I went to sneakercon and got a pair of Starfish Jordan 1 lows. I've been wanting that sneaker for a minute. Ain't even had crazy resale on it. It just hasn't been in my budget for a couple of months. I was more than happy to go to sneakercon, buy that sneaker. I wish I could have got the seller's name. I should have got the seller's name. That's my fault. Go to sneakercon, buy that sneaker for basically retail. Walk out of there and not feeling like, man, how am I going to feed my family tonight? That felt good. That's what it's supposed to be. That's how we're supposed to do it. Everything can't be exclusive. And you can't be hating on the people that have the opportunity to go get the exclusive. And just because you can't get the exclusive, don't hate on the stuff that's available. See this vicious cycle. What I just even said on my mouth sounds crazy. It almost doesn't even make sense. That's how silly we being right now. Okay? Sneakers are sitting. Some sneakers are sitting. And that's a good thing. You want to buy them, buy them. You don't. It's not a big deal. Okay? Now on to happier things. Again, I was at sneakercon. Sneakercon was super duper cool. One more thing I do want to say about sneakercon is shout outs to the people that listened to the show, that hollered at me at sneakercon. That was a really good feeling. And also shouts out to people that I've been following on social media. Some people that have been on the show that I had the opportunity to meet in person. So cool, man. I really hope, with COVID and everything and all the crazy viruses out there that, we're able to duck and dodge that and have more events like this, man. I know there's going to be, sneaker shows. I know my folks from On My Feet are going to be at a couple of sneaker shows throughout the country over the next couple of weeks. I know it's something happening in like Houston, Texas and in Michigan and other cities. Shouts out to your city, man. Go to these events because they're fun. Be safe when you go to them, okay? Take proper precautions when you go to them. But go to these events because they are fun, man. And again, we can get out of this debating over what sneaker is this and is it sitting and does resell and all that. Forget all that, man. Get out and get some fresh air and talk to people, That's the dopest part, man. Being out there and actually seeing people with stuff on and going, yo, what are those? So cool, man. I'm so looking forward to going to these events. And I'm actually looking forward to doing live shows somewhere, man. That's another thing I want to talk about really quickly before we get to Dame Chew. I'm going to be doing live shows, man. I'm going to be on location recording, and I'm going to try to go live every now and then, man. So hit us up, okay? Hit us up. Let us know what topics you would like to see discussed in any live form. Let us know, man. We got some things cooking, and I met a lot of dope people at SneakerCon that's going to be on this show as well, man. Again, there's so many people in the world of sneakers that are doing so many amazing things, even outside of sneakers. I want to start having people on this show because we have common interests, man. There's going to be so much going on. I'm so excited. I could talk about this all day. All right, let me wrap up. I'm rambling now, so let me stop. Okay. Shouts out to my man Dame Chew, Dope Closet Thrift, one of the true experts and pioneers when it comes to thrifting. All right, understanding the thrift world, understanding the resale world, and just understanding the secondary market and all of that. Man, he has an extremely interesting story. I talked to him a while back, ran into him at sneakercon again. Really dope seeing him. So I want to share this conversation with y'all. All right, without further ado, my man Dame Chew is in the building. Damien, what up?
What up? What up? What's happening?
Yo, thanks for joining me, man. We were talking before we went on air about like how much I just love thrifting, man. You're a stylist, you're a thrift master, man. You're all things the culture. How did you get into this?
My mom used to go to the thrift store all the time, and I didn't like it at first because nobody really at that time really wanted hand-me-down clothes or thrifted clothes. But then, like, you know what I'm saying, as time progressed, you know what I mean, I grew like a love for it. And I would frequent the thrift stores a lot, you know what I'm saying? Just on some like running in there, maybe like grabbing some work pants or whatnot. And I would like notice certain pieces that would be in there, like some polo pieces. And so as I started to go into thrift stores more and more and more, you know what I mean? It's just like that it became like an excitement of what I was finding. And I started to find some crazier stuff, you know what I'm saying, some crazy pieces. And I started like really, really digging. So it started from my mom, not having the funds, you know what I'm saying, to supply clothes for me, my brother and sister, and having to go to the thrift store.
How did you flip that into becoming a personal shopper and a style consultant?
So like, real quick, my cousin would come to my crib. So I would buy like mad polo pieces from the thrift store for like $4, $5 or whatnot. And we went to the same church together, me and my cousin, and he would be like, yo, where you get that from? Where you get that from? And I was like, the thrift store. And he was like, nah. I'm like, yeah. And then like his boys, because they was, I don't know if you say too much, they was in the streets. And so they would pull up and like one of his boys would come to church and be like, you got the polo crest, right? So boom, they would come to my house and shop my closet. Like all of the neighborhood guys would come to my house because I bought a home, and they would come to my house and shop my closet, and they would ask me for prices, and I would tell them like $20, which is ridiculous for like a polo piece. And so after a while, you know what I'm saying, people started hitting me up because at that time I was doing like a lot of like pants and polo pieces and sweaters, like the whole Young Joe joint. And then I just evolved into like, you know what I'm saying, more like casual styles, and people started hitting me up like, yo, I like what you doing, like your style. Like hit me, like show me what to do. And then that's how it became like a style consultant type thing, because it was just me dressing me dressing how I wanted to dress and people liking it. You know what I mean?
I love it, man. I'm saying this to like, again, I said this to you off air. To me, this is a big part of the culture. Like a lot of people get
Major.
caught up in like the hype pieces, Supreme, and all that stuff's cool. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like, to me, a person with true style is somebody that can make it work, that can find a piece and make it work. And when you're talking about the sneaker culture aspect of it, which I think these two things go hand in hand, right? When you talk about that, like, again, sometimes you find the dopest stuff sitting in a thrift shop or in a consignment shop, man. I'm gonna ask you, I'm gonna throw this at you, bro. What's the dopest sneaker you found sitting in either a thrift shop or a consignment shop?
I was supposed to be, because I found a lot over the years, and I think like round two. If you ever follow round two, they on their show. I've been on their show like almost every single show. That's another way I got ingrained into the culture too. But I found like Hermes scarves. I found Gucci belts. This summer I found Yeezy 350 V2s. Sitting in the thrift shop, authentic, not bootleg. I found polo cookie pieces. I found Polo Bear knit sweaters. I found Carmine sixes. I found P-Rod SBs, Carhartt SBs.
Oh my God, bro. I love it.
So much in the thrift store.
Yeah, man.
That people don't know. Yeah. Like a month ago, I found Batman SBs for $5.
Wait a minute. You found Batman SBs for $5?
5 size, 11 and a half, 12. Yep.
Wow. But you still got them?
I went with this girl. And
Yeah.
she was like, I want to go with you thrifting. And I said, okay. And so we pulled up to the thrift. We pulled up to the thrift store like 10 minutes before open. And she's not like into the like she's not into it. So she looking at me like, why he so hyped? And I'm running in the thrift store, like the door opens, she like kind of moving slow. So I'm running like boom, grab my basket, and I hit straight. I went straight to the clothes, to the shoes. And so she like, why? She literally asked like, why are you running? I was like, you don't understand. It's like me and 5 other people in here, we going for the same thing. And as soon as I got to the basket, like to the little rack, Batman SB sitting around, so I snatched them through in the basket, and I grabbed like so many shoes. It's on my page. So many other shoes. She was just like, "What are you gonna do with those?" I was like, "Wear them and sell them."
And there it
Yeah,
is, bro. There it is, man. Yo, I love it, man. One last thing before I let you go with again. Thank you so much for doing this, bro. I was
yeah,
telling
yeah,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, I was telling the story last week. Now, $5 I can't beat. All right, I cannot beat that one. That's the craziest one I've heard. I was just telling the story just last week to my guest that, yo, a couple of years ago there was a pair of De La Soul dunks just sitting in the thrift for like $50, and I looked at them. I would go to that shop all the time. Something told me, cop those things, pick them up,
Yep,
pick them up. I
yep.
never did it. I never did it though. I just wasn't thinking straight. And now to this day, I wish I had those things I had. I was tripping. I was tripping, man. I was tripping.
Daylight SBs go for dunks. SBs go for it now. 2020, 2021, 350, 400. 4 years ago, Burlington Coat Factories,
Yeah.
Ross's, Plato's Closets, $30, $40. No one wanted them. The
Yeah.
brown and green was tacky and whack. We ain't wearing that now with the Travis effect. Oh, brown and green is dope, and Daylights are fire now.
Man, I love it, man. I love this about the culture. I'm so happy that this is probably one of the most fun shows I did, man, because I love talking about this stuff, man. You see where it's starting to go. Everybody's into the vintage now and the vintage tees and all that,
Yeah,
man. I imagine a guy like you probably saw that coming a mile away, man. You know what I'm saying? You kind of
seen
see
it.
that fashion trend. Do you see are you able to see fashion trends before they actually start to happen by, working in the thrift or not working in it, but like dealing with the thrift stores and the consignment shops?
Yeah, because you can see the trends. You'll see the trends, and you'll see like when something's emerging, and you can see it. Like me and a friend of mine, we're like, yo, people are kind of getting away. Denim is still hard. Don't get me wrong. Good denim is still hard, but people are more going toward the direction of pants now, like nice like chinos, nice khakis, nice pants. Paired with your ones, paired with your New Balance. I see the New Balance thing being it's never died, but I see it being another popular trend that's going to happen again because of the comfort, because of the style, because it looks dope with pants, because of some of the guys that's in the culture are getting older and they're liking that comfortability and they still want to look stylish. So I see pants and I see New Balance, Asics, and things like that beginning to, and plus all the collabs beginning to be that next cultural wave. And it's going to stay because like if you're like DMV, the whole DMV, everybody know like in DC area, New Balance has been a thing forever. In Philly and Jersey, New Balance has always been a thing. And it's got inducted into the South for like the mid, like more towards like VA and Maryland. Even Maryland had inducted New Balance, but I see that being a wave for like us in the culture. It's evident. Dudes wearing bags and they're wearing cardigans now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do a cardigan with jeans. You gotta do it with pants.
Yeah, that's real, bro. That's real. I love it, man. Thank you so much for joining me. It was really fun. I hope to have you on again, bro. And
Yeah,
yo, I'm gonna
whenever.
be going through your page because yo, if you got man size 12, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be hollering
That's my
at you,
side.
bro. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No doubt. I'm available whenever, man. If you give me a time, I'll make it work, man. For real.
Appreciate you, brother. You be good, all right?
All right, man.
Big
Go.
shout outs to Dame, man. Again, man, he's one of those genuine people. You tell he loves what he does. He loves fashion. He loves finding pieces and thrift and all sorts of spots. Man, he's creative. One of the most creative people I've come across in this space, man. And I think we need more people like that. We need more creatives in this space, man, because it's all about storytelling. Like Paul talked about last week, the storytelling is important. It's not just some brand coming up with a imaginary story for a sneaker to sell it to you. It's about the people that go out and buy this stuff, the people that partake in this thing, telling their story, us telling our story is where it's at. Okay, so big shout outs to him for joining the show. Holla at that man, Dope Closet Thrift, on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube, I believe. All right, man. Thank you all so much for tuning in this week. Thank you all for participating in the conversation post show. Let's do this again because there's so much to talk about. And in order to do that, you know what it is. Follow me, MSR_Adam. MSR_Adam. Follow the team, Up On Game Network, at Up On Game Network, and follow the squad at On My Feet Network. Man, we got a lot of things going on. All right. Remember to subscribe to the podcast feed, subscribe to the YouTube feed, share the word, spread the word. You know what it is, man. I appreciate you all. Let's keep the conversation going. Remember to mind your mental health. Always do that. Remember to mind your physical health. Vitally important. And listen, keep doing what you do. Continue to be great. I'm up out of here. Peace.